faced with another choice. I pray when I hear your voice, respond faithfully. Patiently you wait for me, but I can't feel that vacancy that lately I've been feeling on my heart heavy. Carry my crossover like I'm Stephon Marbury. I try to bury all the thoughts that keep me from hearing you clearly. And doing good, you told us don't get weary. Forgive me for being teary-eyed. Loneliness, a lack of holiness, and I went through homelessness. Imagine what I feel inside. You told me you would provide for every need you would supply. I know it ain't flesh and blood, I wrestle with the other side. Tryna drive me off the cliff. Could've made it on my own, and that reminds me who I'm with. When I feel like the burden too heavy, no, he won't let me fall to the things that I'm up against. For the weak, I be the strength. What's up?
I got the Lord now, knowing that I don't spend time, I'd rather scroll down, knowing that I won't leave proud, I want my own crown, knowing if they look inside, they'll see this poor child, thinking that I'm in my prime, I hope that folks see, pray but feel like I'm D-Rose, I'm down on both knees, getting full on lust and hate, and yet I chew more, starving but my flesh still ate like I got 2 fours, I fade away and pray I'm not forsaken, when I try to run I turn my head towards you just to see you chasing, you've been providing yet I'm not complacent, I've been standing on your word, get fatigued and now my legs are shaking, they all complain you should've came sooner. Steady telling me I'm growing, but it feel like I'm a late bloomer. We going higher and the prayers prove it. I keep measuring success, but I'm doing it with their rulers. Still you say I'm here, you never left me. Trying to give you my fears, will they accept me? They love the dark and hate the sun, they miss the best thing. Looking hard to find the one, but ain't no jet leads, no Neos misdirect me. They so sick they say you don't exist until that breath ceases. His presence is the blessing, and in his presence I forever belong. He always with me and I'm never alone. Yeah.
Say it's holy, can't get this off my lips. You love me with devotion, you don't kid me when I trip. Yeah, I need a sip from the river, just wanna get what you giving. Give me unlimited vision and see through the counterfeit, I want the realest. Where he come from, you can't get that with a PJ. It's so full inside this house, I feel like DJ. I can't fight it, let your light come shine on me, yeah. Ain't no hiding, I'm confiding in your peace, yeah. Carrying buckets of shame. Father, I'm saying your name, but so far from it. Come see the blood in my veins. For me, he bleeding the same. Take this covenant, this is the greatest exchange. At his altar, there's a flame that burns your rubbish. Gave me a cup full of rain. He poured it over every stain until he coming.
Glory to the Father. You deserve the praise. Lead me to your altar. Wash away my shame. Glory to the Father. You deserve the praise. Lead me to your altar. Wash away my shame.
Yeah, I just turned a milli down to be home with my son. Y'all don't get it, I can't gain a thing if I've already won. Still don't get it, I was full back when my bank account was none. Cause my God the type to leave the 99 to get the one. This is life or death, I ain't making music just for fun. Glory to your name,
I've been muted this whole time. I've been muted these past 7 minutes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm an idiot. Oh my gosh. Okay, so basically what I was doing was going through the calendar that I did last year and showing you guys so that when I go through this year. Oh my gosh. I'm such a silly thing. I'm such a silly thing. I wasn't even looking at the chat to see if anybody had even said anything. Okay, nobody said anything anyway, so awesome. Awesome, guys. Oh, Katrina's there now. Hi, Katrina. You missed me being muted and talking silently for 7 minutes. That's what you meant. Okay. That's awesome. Because before I could only hear music, and I was like, oh, okay, but I forgot that, about hearing my own voice. I just happened to look at the sound bar and was like, wait, it's grayed out. Anyway, I hope you guys had a good weekend. Yeah, we're making a new calendar. That's what we're doing, guys. That's what we're doing. Okay, so January, what are the January vibes this year? Let me look back at let's just, so this was January last year. It was very, very blue. It had an aurora, it had an igloo, it did have a little bit of sunshine in there. But, when I think of January, I think it's the coldest it's gonna get, that's what I think of when I think of January. So, I'm gonna start off with something that feels very, very cold. Just looking at some inspiration real quick. I want something that's cold, but maybe, because I really love the way that sunshine, or sunsets will reflect off of snow, and there'll be just that soft pink on top. I love it. So, I'm just gonna put down some magenta, some light pink, and we're going to put down, some yellow. Sorry for the audio scare. I got so close to the mic, guys. Sorry about that. What else? Blue. I have blue. I might want a darker blue, a deeper blue. I keep moving my blues around. So just like in the last January, I think I'll start off the main image with a touch of, softness and light behind it. But then the others that I choose from what I've already made will be things that feel darker and colder. But I do want there to be some warmth and some hope for the year, I'm just gonna start off the canvas with the pink. I'm gonna layer the blue on top of it, but I'm gonna start off with the softness and then build on top of it. We're gonna get a touch. I don't even really know if I need this magenta because I have the light pink already, but I was about to not paint on the edges. I've been making larger paintings for like examples for painting parties. I did that like all day yesterday, and then I didn't paint on the edges for them because I usually don't paint on the edges for painting parties like that. So I almost accidentally just left the edges bare, but that's not what we do for our minis. For our minis, we make sure that even the edges gotta have color on them. Yeah, I'm so glad I got some white brushes. White canvases, not brushes. Because doing this on a black canvas would have been a pain. Having to just continuously build up the pinks and the yellows and this stuff, it would have gotten on my nerves a little bit. Although I do love a good, oh! I reached for the paint water instead of, yeah, that would have been bad. I haven't even, this is my first time dipping something in it, but just the cup is so dirty. I've been using this same cup for months, several months, so there's just so much gunk on it. Just look at this. It's just crusted on. Oh, I left my angled brush over on the other side of my studio. Oh, this one's a little crusty. You know what? You know what we haven't done in a long time? We haven't used a palette knife to make a mountain. We're gonna do that. I need some black. I need black. Are you gonna give me trouble? This cap is actually broken, so it's airing. Okay, that's so loud and annoying. Let's just get the new bottle. I'm trying to use the old stuff, and the old stuff is just annoying. touch of this Bluetooth. I haven't done this in so long. Okay. You know, I had thought about, like, if I made a calendar that was, like, specifically, like, animals or flowers or something like that. Well, we'll see. Maybe, I don't know. I'd have to go through my collection of stuff and see if I have enough to make. I mean, I'm pretty sure, because it was. I would need. I'm pretty sure I have 36 animal paintings. I definitely have 36 animal paintings because I have 24. I have over 24 just aquatic paintings in general. So I guess maybe that's something I could do. And then that way I wouldn't have to like create like a whole new set of stuff. I could do stuff that I made this year and the previous year too. Maybe. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll muse about it to see if maybe if people are interested. Going back to my roots with this one. My Bob Ross roots. parts seem a little messy, I'll clean it up as I go. But for the most part, I like it so far. Trying to like copy something, you know, piece for piece, bit by bit. I just want different elements that I see. I know for a fact that, you know, I want to do like the sun like right here. And I want there to be like water reflection, but other than that, I'm looking at different scenes, some other people's paintings as well, just to try and get some inspiration to. I think one thing that popped up on screen is actually an old Bob Ross. But I'm just looking at different things, trying to pull from different other people's experiences, because I'm not like out in the woods and mountains and stuff. I live in Michigan. I live in southern Michigan. We don't have mountains. We just have a bunch of hills and a bunch of cities that are named. It's like the city name and then hills. It's like Farmington Hills, Rochester Hills, Auburn Hills, Bloomfield Hills. Yeah, we don't have mountains. We have lots of hills. Up north, though, I'm pretty sure they have like actual like mountains and stuff like that to look at, but the bottom of Michigan is so far from the top of Michigan, it's crazy. I always think it's interesting when some Europeans like say that Americans aren't well traveled or well cultured or whatever if they've never left their country. It's just like, you can travel 4 hours in the US and still be in the same state. You can travel an hour and be in a different country in Europe. Like, it genuinely, like, you know, America is America to a certain extent, but going to a different state it's so vastly different. It gives you a different perspective on how other people in the country live. When I went to Colorado and I saw like all their mountains and stuff, and I was just like, this looks like stuff I paint. This looks like stuff I've wished to see all my life, and now I'm looking at it and I haven't even left the country. And my cousin was just like, yeah, this is my backyard, guys. It wasn't literally his backyard, but you know, it was close to where he lived. And so then there's just all these beautiful mountains and trails, and then one day we drove like 2 hours like to like up a mountain, and it was like this whole like ski resort, and it was the middle of June and people were like still like skiing. I mean, there wasn't a ton of snow, but people were like more like sledding and stuff, and I was just like, this is amazing, this is incredible. And then I go back home and it's just a bunch of hills and valleys, but there's just so much beauty in America. I don't know what my point with bringing all that up was. I forget my original thing, but America's just gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. Not that there aren't other gorgeous parts of the world, but there's so many different biomes and things to see. That exploring the US it's I don't know, I want to see more of it. I want to see more of my own country. Feeling about this one. I feel like it's kind of muddy right now. And, you know, it's no one's fault but my own, but I'm just not getting that same hopeful vibe I was getting from other paintings. Definitely want to travel and see more of the US, and I want to see other parts of the world too. I would love to go to South Korea. I'm not one of those people that like super hyper romanticizes. Like people have like this dream of Paris and they just think it's so beautiful, and then when they go to the Eiffel Tower and like see all the trash in the streets, then they're just like, my dream is ruined. I would just like to see the place that I've, you know, been studying for all these years and be a part of the culture a little bit and actually speak the language to Korean people, you know, kind of. Sometimes I have to be forced into something in order for me to have full confidence in what I'm doing. I think that's the trouble with being the youngest sibling in a big family. You're so used to other people doing things, especially socializing. I'm so used to other people doing all the socializing that when it comes, sometimes I'm just like, oh right, I have to talk. People expect me to talk. I'm an adult. I'm not just an adult. I'm 30. I am 30. It's not even like a social anxiety thing anymore. It's just, I don't know. You can get comfortable just not doing something or not having to do something. When I was younger, it was definitely a social anxiety thing, but now it's like, oh, this requires effort. This requires effort, and I'll have to try and engage and like, okay. How do you human? What's the script? Okay. Go. I spent so much of my time like trying to be like you know, like an antisocial robot or whatever. Well, it's just because it was I liked robot characters on TV, but I was a very anxious teen, and I don't know, I was scared of being judged by other people and what they thought of me. Now I'm just like, I know I'm weird. It is what it is. People are either gonna like me for being weird or they're gonna hate me for being weird, and other people hating me for being awkward or weird, it has no bearing on how Christ sees me and how on really even my own self-esteem too much. I mean, I expect people to think I'm strange when people are like, oh, you're not that weird. I'm like, oh no, you are the weird, you are the strange one. Not like they're weird or strange in a bad way. I'm just like, oh, you're used to socially awkward, strange people. And good for you, I guess. Good for you. There's nothing wrong with being weird, though. There's nothing wrong with not being weird either. I mean, I think everybody has their idiosyncrasies and their quirks and stuff like that, and not everybody is going to like your flavor of human. You know, not everybody is going to get along with you, not everybody's going to like you, and that is completely fine. If someone doesn't like you, then, I don't know, don't try to force it. Okay, let's reshape some of this snow that's in the foreground. stop moving my things everywhere. And I was painting in the other room yesterday, so it's my own fault, I guess. Who else's fault would it be, you know? Hello Zombo, how you doing today? I realized I did not change the stream title on Twitch. You okay? That's good. I'm not painting book covers. I got rated as having average looks by pretty lady, so that's pretty good. Nice! Moving up in the world, eh? So when's the wedding? They said with more muscles would be pretty good. You gonna do the Saitama routine now? Maybe the solo leveling workout? That was supposed to separate more. I don't know if I can run that much, but I can start with the push-ups. Yeah! Do it! I suck at push-ups. They hurt my wrist too much. I know people say, like, start with this, variation of push-ups, start with this, start with this. It's like, yeah, okay, I guess. I try it for a little bit, and then you can use your fists instead. I guess I could use my fists instead, but I probably should start with like wall push-ups first and then like build up to other things, because I would need adrenaline pumping to save my life if a push-up was the thing that was life or death. I'm just being honest, like I'm cooked. I am cooked. Gun to your head, you gotta do one push-up, you can do it. That's probably the only way I can do it. One like perfect non-girly push-up. It might have to be gun to my head. we have our January. So now, what's after January? February. Last year for February, I did, for the main one, I did a heart, and then, I'll just go to it. I might have, actually I might have exited out of that window. Okay, I'm not gonna go back and get that window again. So, last year, I'll just describe it too. So there was a heart, right? And inside the heart on the painting, there was like a couple, and the man was like, they were on the beach, and the man was like lifting the woman into the air. Very romantic, very beautiful. Don't know if that's exactly what, I don't know. I still want, romance. Not that I do want romance, but I still want like a romance scene. But I think instead of it being like so on the nose, I think maybe I'll do roses. Red roses. And also I've had this green canvas for forever. And I'm just like, when am I gonna use it? And I'm like, yeah. Roses, everybody. We're gonna do a nice little arrangement, maybe some roses and some baby's breath. Little white flowers. Isn't that what they're called? Still make a painting where, because I do like doing the cutout paintings, because I've done hearts, I've done crosses, I've done prayer hands. I did actually for Dee's birthday, Zamboni, like 4 years ago, I made her a painting. At first I in tape sketched out Nis, and then I made a painting of the cart perched somewhere, and then it was only the painting was in the shape of Nis, and then and then everything else was whack. I was going through old photos yesterday, and then I found that, and I was like, I forgot I did that. Oh my. Roses. I need reds. We need red, everybody. So we got that red, and this red is slightly darker, I think. I thought, and the thought that I thunk was not thunkalicious. They are so close. They're so close in color and scheme and theme. It's not that big of a difference, honestly. So for shadows, we're going to be adding magenta, since these reds are not as different as I thought they were. Could throw some blues in there too to really darken some pieces up. I don't know why I'm talking so low. I hear myself in the playback and I'm like, why do I talk like this? gonna add more highlights once some of this dries, but I am liking these shadows right now. And if you're curious, I am not cleaning my brush. I'm just leaving it dirty and letting the chips fall where they may. Hey Zombo, if you're still watching, do you watch the Wednesday show? The Tim Burton Wednesday Addams. It's on Netflix. You saw the first season, okay. And the second, I just finished the second season with Sabrina like 3 days ago. And Billie Piper is in the second season, and she's doing an American accent, and it's really good. And I'm just like, this is insane. Why isn't, like, this is such a good accent. I'm just like, Rose, why are you here? She's like one of the new faculty members at the high school? Yeah, it's a high school. And when I saw it was her, I was like, oh, she's gotta be the villain, right? Right? This is Billie Piper from Doctor Who. She's a big deal. She was not the villain of the season, and I was like, oh, okay, this is... I'm surprised. I thought they were going with the whole, you know, new teacher, Defense of the Dark Arts, they're the villain type thing. Yeah, those roses were so dark when they dried. Oh my gosh. But other than the Billy Piper not being the villain, I mean, it was a pretty alright season, I guess. I definitely prefer Christina Ricci's more stoic Wednesday, because Christina Ricci's Wednesday seemed more in control of her emotions and stuff. This other girl whose name is escaping me right now, she is it's like she's trying to be stoic, like she's playing Wednesday, like Wednesday is trying to be stoic and trying to suppress her emotions. Instead of her just like being a stoic, it's like she's trying very hard to keep a lid on her anger issues. And it's like, man, why can't she just like actually just be a creepy stoic? I kind of don't like that they made a lot of people weird supernatural. I mean, yeah. I mean, now it's like, I mean, the Addams Family, they were weird, and they were the weird ones. They were the kooky ones amongst this drop back of, you know, normal society, but, you know, they were this weird family, but they, you know, they still really loved each other and cared for each other and stuff. And now it's just like, you have all of these weird people and like all of these supernatural beings. You have werewolves, you have sirens, you have Medusa people that they call Gorgons. You have the people that control the bees, the bugs. You have, you know, there's just so many superpowered and supernatural people. So it's just like, why are the Addams so weird? Besides the fact that they eat weird, like, food. Like, oh, the Addams are weird because they, like, eat roadkill and, you know, weird foods like that. Oh, the Addams are so strange, but then you have, you know, like this preppy girl that's like a werewolf that can't transform, who's dating a man that turns to stone if he sees his own reflection, you know? But Steve Buscemi was the principal in this season, and every time he came on screen and there were children, I just thought of that meme, "Hello, fellow kids." Like, anytime he was talking to them, I was like, yep, the brain rot, the memes, that's all that exists in my head now. I don't know. I mean, I watch it because, you know, I watched it with my mom, and, you know, it's like a murder mystery detective show, so it's just like, it's on, you know, it's on the TV. I'm not like nail biting waiting for the next season, but, you know, I'll watch the next season. See how it is. It's definitely not my favorite Tim Burton project. I think everybody knows what my favorite Tim Burton project is. You know, it's got its charms in some places, and in other places I'm like, this is, I don't know, I would have done that differently. Or I'm like, why didn't this character just think of this like a semester ago? And some plot lines are dragged out and some are like resolved real simple, and I'm just like, I can hear Ryan George from Screen Rant in my head like, wow, that was super easy, barely an inconvenience. Get my paintbrush in my coffee. Why am I like this? Actually, let me do like individual leaves right now. How's the horse girl game going, Zombo? If you're still watching. I think Katrina's lurking right now on YouTube. But I do want to say thank you to anybody else that might be watching or lurking or will be watching this back. I do appreciate you guys watching me time and time again rant about movies and television and stuff while I paint and make stuff, and I appreciate the company, but I also appreciate the support. think that's cute. I think that's cute. Okay, what time is it? 3:22? Okay. We have time, we have time, we have time. Alright, so March. All I can think of is like March Madness and leprechauns. In Michigan, March is still cold. Like it'll, it has those days where it's like, it's a little bit better, but it's, it's mainly gonna be snow. But it's like those days where it's 40 degrees, but there's still snow on the ground, and there might be a snowstorm later on in the day. That's what March is like for us, and so I think I might do something else that's a little snowy, but less frozen, something where you can like see like sorry, I had a curl that was like stuck inside another curl. Something where you can see like the snow is melting. There might be like this reminds me of my years as a teen. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. I spent quite a bit of time outside when I was a teen. My two best friends, they lived in the same neighborhood as me. At least it depends on what year we're talking about that we were best friends, but we lived in the same neighborhood, and it was a nice neighborhood. It was gated, but we would walk around the neighborhood, and I go in, sometimes go into like the woody areas behind my neighbor's house, and there'd be like trees and snow, and I don't know, there was just something about like that crisp March air when it's still kind of cold, but it's like the sun is on your face, but your feet are cold, when like it's warm in the sunshine, but as soon as it starts to set, then you're like, oh no, it's still kind of winter. Spring hasn't come just yet. I don't know. Something about seeing those woods just made me a little bit nostalgic. That was well over 10 years. It's probably I'm thinking about something from 16 years ago. I don't do much walking in the spring nowadays. trying to get like a really bright spot right here. So I'm like really thicklicious applying some white paint in the corner to try and like blend out for a nice sunny effect. Okay, so we got it a little bit, but I'm gonna put some trees down here, and then I'm gonna, once it dries, I'm gonna go back over it with some white, because it's, in the photos that I'm looking at, it's blinding, the light right there. And last year when I was making these paintings, I pretty much did all of them on stream. I don't know if I'll do all of them on stream as far as the calendar ones, but I know we're doing it for today, but I might continue off camera. We might, you know, do April, May, June on Thursday. We might be into December on, oh, biscuits. How did that happen? How did that happen? Okay, I got white on the brown cap and then it got on my hands. I'm out of tissues. Okay, we're just... It is what it is. It is what it is. I'll just wash my hands after. Okay, so... let's get some white. You know, I keep forgetting that I have a palette knife, you know, the thing you use for mixing. Something, I'm looking at the photo, there's like some stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna do this, tap in some basic tree colors, basic tree shapes, and then do specific ones, because if you just try to be super ultra specific all the time, you're just going to be covering up a lot of your work. And so you have to know when to apply a lot of detail and when to have implied detail. See, that looks so much more full. It looks like there's a lot of things going on. And then now you draw attention to a couple trees in the front. some of this snow. I need to have my bright spot reflection. Oh, this was sitting in water the whole time, dang it. Got 16 minutes left. That is still wet because the paint is chunky up there. I will work on the reflection for now, since this is a brighter spot. But I will work on making some of the trees and reflection. They're not super 100%. Undisturbed and perfect reflections. There is rippling and stuff, for sure. Let me move this because I think I just got some water on it. Yikes. Okay. Did not mean to touch that. Doing some fine detailing in some spots. this snowbank right here, it's still not the way I want it to look, you know? It's not terrible, but it's just not. I don't know, I'm trying to get it the way I want, but a little better, I guess. Alright. So that's our show for today. We have oh gosh, 2 paintings that are the same color scheme, and then roses, greenery, romance. Just 2 very different aggressive vibes going on, I guess. But I'll do more romancy stuff, probably more people on the beaches hugging and, you know, and being embraced and whatnot, like I did for last February. But I do want to say thank you to everybody that was watching. I appreciate you guys tuning in time and time again. Like I said, I don't know how I'm going to progress and go as far as these. I don't know if I'll do the next 3 months on our next stream, or if I'll, you know, do those off camera. Who knows? But I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me and being with me time and time again. You guys are awesome. You guys are great. If you want to check out stuff that's on my website, you can go to tinastextportraits.com. If you are in Michigan, there is something I want to bring up for you Michiganders. Thing I want to show you guys. So, if you guys are in the Michigan area, the southeastern Michigan area, then, oh, it's not up. Okay. Give me 1 second. I do have a painting party. My church is partnering with me to do this this painting with a praise, it is called. There will be a 15-20 minute sermon, and then we'll be making a painting, whatever. We'll be doing a painting based off of the sermon, and so people can have a fresh reminder of the word, and it can be in their homes. This is something that I've done with different ministries and organizations, and this time I'm doing it with my local church. So I think it's pretty neato. Information is up on screen, or you can go to my website. But yeah. But that's all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I hope that it is safe and fun and not stressful. But I'm going to catch you guys later. Okay? Bye!